Falling oil prices and a stable interest rate is good news for highly indebted consumers, but it may be some time before South Africans start spending again.
What consumers are doing with a bonanza from lower fuel prices is using a lot of it just to pay off debt rather than to go out spending a lot more.
Reserve Bank Governor Lesesha Kganyago kept the repo rate steady at 5.75%. He indicated that rates are likely to stay low as long as oil prices are in free fall and inflation is kept at bay.
One of the things it does, though, for consumers is to give them some certainty, because one of the things they said was this upward cycle that they started, or this normalization in interest rates, has now been halted. And so if you wanted to buy a house, you could be reasonably secure that you have got some period in which interest rates will remain stable.
But Kganyago says while consumers are enjoying some relief from cheaper oil prices, the economy is not. An uncertain electricity supply, a weak rand-dollar exchange rate and a high trade deficit are all barriers to growth. But he says the biggest threat is Eskom's inability to keep the lights on.
Energy is a very important part of our economy. We need it in the mining sector, we need it in manufacturing, we need it in business and commerce. It's everywhere. And the idea that we have such constraints means that we're going to have problems.
The shortage of electricity makes it worthless to try and cut interest rates to boost economic growth, because if shortage of electricity is one of the main constraints on economic growth, then why bother cutting interest rates and risking a depreciation of the currency?
The Reserve Bank also lowered its growth forecast for South Africa down to 2.2% this year from its previous forecast of 2.5%. Sumitra Nadu, CCTV, Johannesburg.